All right, now it should be working. There we go. Cool beans. Get the links out. All right, what's up, everyone? Long time no see. How we doing? I know, partially it's my fault. Plus with other stuff going on between the holidays and all that. I'm trying to think of when the last time I streamed was. I can tell you right now. Last time I was here was the 13th. Which was about 2 weeks ago. So it's been a while. It's been a while. How we doing? Jack Black, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Long time no see. There we go. For some reason. Okay, we're still good. All right. Let's see. Okay, so a lot has happened over the last couple weeks. Why is Discord? Sorry, guys. It's been a while. I'm out of the loop. I'm out of rhythm here. Okay. So a lot has happened over the last 2 weeks, both in trading, personal life stuff. I've had a lot going on. It's no excuse for me not to show up. It's just been hard to balance, you know. So it's been hard to balance all this and also waking up early to trade London and doing all this stuff, especially recently. So I haven't been getting up at a reasonable time and going to bed pretty late. So it's just been hard for me to kind of stay up through the night and continue to do this, because what I've tend to notice is a lot of times we'll take a trade during London session, and a lot of the times the actual entry for London session doesn't happen until closer to New York time. It just hasn't been one of those things where it's been quick. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, yeah, there was a trade in Great British Pound this morning or earlier in the day, and I think the entry was actually a reasonable time. Entry would have been at 3:30. Yeah, so of course I say that, and today's entry was at 3:30 a.m. So it would have been a good time to wake up and take the trade, but just wasn't around. And I don't think I'm gonna have to ease my way back into it if I am going to go back to trading London. It's just been really tough recently. To be honest, I'm probably for now, until things change, I'm probably gonna be sticking to just trading New York time. Just because it's just been easier to wake up and trade. Even though I haven't been streaming as much, it's a lot easier for me to balance, you know, getting a good night's sleep and also streaming. So at the moment, we're going to be sticking to that plan as of now. Hang on one second, guys. All right. And we'll try to think what else is new. What else is new? I also, the 100K account is finally in profit. It's been when did I get funded? It's been over a month, arguably almost 2. Let's see if I can figure out when. Let's see if I can figure out when I started this account. Trading overview. So I started. Okay, October 13th. So it's been over a month, about 6 weeks, somewhere around there. Okay. And so let's show you the account. So my account is currently $1,700 in profit. Gotta be careful with this. I don't want to dox myself. I'm not gonna show the whole screen because it's got personal information on there. You can see the account's sitting at 101,700. I'm at $1,700 profit. I probably will continue to trade this, but I'm only gonna be using like $100 risk, maybe 150. I'm not going to go too crazy just because I want to actually secure this payout. And something I learned this morning, which I can't stand, but apparently with Funded Next, you can only take profits out after a trading period, or trading cycle. So, am I gonna get? All right. So, in this case, cycle ends on the 25th. So right now I can't take anything out. You can say payout balance is 0. I can't take anything out until December 25th. So that's quite annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe it was like this when I first started. I believe it was just every 2 weeks you can get a payout. So now we have to wait a month and then another 2 weeks to get the payout. So I'm not gonna get this money until January, which is kind of annoying. I can kind of see how that incentivizes you to trade with it more. So I'm only going to be risking like $200. So for me, if I do trade this, I'm only going to risk $200. If I lose 200, I'm not trading anymore on this account. I'm going to be going over to, I haven't been really trading my 25K, which I'm going to be focusing on until this payout actually goes through. So I'm hoping to get that payout plus my refundable fee. I believe I get that back, and then once I hit 5% profit on this account, I'm going to be getting the 15% challenge bonus, which is 15% of both phases of the challenge. I believe it's 8 and 5. Is it 8 and 5? Yeah, 8 and 5. So 13, 15%, like $1,500 somewhere around there. So for me, all I'm gonna say is I can't wait to get my payment or my payout and move on. I'm still gonna be using this account, but in the beginning, I don't think, especially going through this and kind of looking at different prop firms and seeing how they handle payouts and other trading rules and all that. Funded Next hasn't been the best platform. I will say that up front. I think there are other platforms. Funding Pips, I believe, is a good one. Funded Engineer is a good one. There's been a lot better options out there. So, I'm not saying Funded Next isn't good, but the more I've like gone through this and kind of seen how things have played out over the last couple months, not the biggest fan. Definitely not the biggest fan. Let's see. Grant, yeah, I saw that too. Kind of annoying. Bought a Funding Pips because of it. Have been working on it. Awesome. Niraj, check Euro break of structure. Did it change? Yes. All right, so we have a new BOS on Euro. Oh, let's see. Congrats on the payout. Thank you so much, Grant. It's been a long fucking time. I'll say that. It's definitely been a long time. And I know a lot of you guys have been trading this strategy every single session. And unfortunately, it just hasn't been good doing that good. I'll be very honest. Let me pull up the stat sheets for this. So if you guys have been trading this to the T, you did have a win during last session, which is good, but you can see 5 losses, 2 wins, 3 losses, a win, 2 losses, a win, 6 losses. So it hasn't been the best, but weekly R. Yeah, so you can see 4R, negative 4R the week before, 2R, 0.75. So it hasn't been terrible, all right? It hasn't been terrible. I believe you should be profitable. You should be pretty close to profitable, if not close to break even at this point. If you've been trading, every single session for over the last 2 weeks since I haven't been here. So according to this, let's see. They had a cyber offer with bi-weekly payouts, and they got the December competition. How was the the KYC? I was like, KYS. I'm like, I'm not going to kill myself. Verification in order to get paid. Did the process take long? Were they annoying? Asking too much info? Jack Black. So for funded next, it was pretty straightforward. They just ask you for your information. You do have to take a picture of your license and send it to them, which do with that as you must. How you feel about that? I did do that. I haven't gotten the payout yet, so I don't think there's any other KYC that you need to do. I believe it's just that. Sky Knight, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. What I miss? Nothing yet. We're still waiting on an entry. I must be honest, these last 2 weeks have been grim. My account and I are very glad to see the 2 wins. That's good, Joe. I know it's been a wild ride, and I can attest to that. I've been watching behind the scenes as this has been going on, and I feel for you guys. I really do. But you're gonna have some bad months. You're gonna have not just a bad day, a bad week. You're gonna have some bad months. It's just part of the longer term idea or longer term perspective of a trading strategy. This strategy has been used over the last, let's see, it's what, February? Well, at least it's been tracked on this page since February. And since February, we're at a 51% win rate. You can check all the statistics here. You can see it's been a wild ride over the last 2 months. 2.75 R this month so far, 2.85. Going from 12, 10, 12 to 2s, not good, but technically still in the positive. So I think over in the course of the longer term, unless something drastically changes, it should be a good, how do I say this? It should be good in the longer term, in the longer run. Let's see. If we took the opposite trades for Q3, we would have been up. Touche, Sky Knight, touche. -7 and -2 this month. All right, you're almost back to break even, Niraj. Hindsight, though, exactly, Sky Knight, exactly. Both 935 break a structure. Yes. I'm specifically just be watching EU. Cool, good to know. Thanks, man. You plan on getting a crypto payout or bank transfer, or the payout's always taxed? I'm gonna be getting a crypto payout. That's what I'm opting for. And for me, at least what I know, and where I'm at, where I live, crypto, you only have to pay tax on what you withdraw. I'm debating on. I'm definitely gonna take some of it out. I don't know exactly how much I'm going to take out. I haven't decided that yet. I'm definitely going to take some out to buy some Christmas gifts and stuff. Well, actually, no, it's going to be after Christmas. So probably be paying some credit card bills to make up for Christmas shopping this year, hopefully. And then from there, I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna put into crypto or what exactly the plan is yet. Once I get the money in my account, I do want to get back into crypto trading just because it's been a while. This song is too much for me right now. Can I refresh this? This is fun. So I'm not exactly too sure, but I do want to get back into crypto trading. I know we could talk about that real quick, but you guys know my stance on this. It's been a long, I guess, period between when we originally pumped up past the original A wave. It's where we're at now. You know, we're kind of just doing this diagonal bullshit. So is it possible, you know, like I said before, if we are up above this range, above resistance, the next technical level to go ahead and test is around 48,300. Now, am I saying it's going to happen? Who knows? But that is the next stop. All right, we can easily just, you know, stop right here, come back down, and potentially at least pull in a pullback, if not start a larger downtrend. I am still on the fence, guys. You know, I've been talking about this. I mentioned it a couple times. I'll at least say that. I haven't been talking about it too frequently, but I mentioned this a couple times. If we go ahead and, you know, go and test the new all-time high and put in a new high, I am not gonna like that to be. I'm gonna be quite scared, just because this cycle is going to be a little bit different. I don't believe that we're going to be putting in a crazy bull run, especially if the SPY is going to be topping out, or if the SPY does put in a new high and potentially form a new ABC. The only time I'm going to be a little bit more confident in the, I guess, longer term for a longer bull run is if we just keep going. But if we do something like this, if we just put in a slightly higher high and then quickly, you know, go back below and sustain below that pivot, I am not going to be looking forward to that. That's going to be bad news. Let's see. What red flag time we don't trade after the time shift of Forex? Some people cut it off at 11 a.m. for New York time. I personally would, you know, you can bring it up to 12. So 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the cutoff. It's another hour and 10 minutes. Let's see. What's the win loss ratio of the strat if only trading New York? I don't believe that's a thing on the chart. Oh, it is. Well, it is. Okay. So right here, New York 48 wins, 38 losses, 6 break even. It's less frequent trades we've got in New York, but a slightly higher win rate. So right now we're at 53% on New York session. Yeah, was thinking of going USDT as well since it's stable. Yeah, that's probably the move if I don't take it out in cash. Grant, FundNX might send 1099 to IRS, but I don't know. They treat us as independent contractors. That definitely does make a difference. I'll have to look into that. We'll see. I'll let you guys know what happens and how I approach it. Let's see. Did you use ABCs during the bull run market? It just seems we'll be trying to short every breakout. I did not use it during the bull run. Sky Knight, me personally, I'm not saying we're going to be trying to short every top. If there's a situation to where we get something like this on a larger term scale, I'll absolutely take it. If I see something that's pronounced on BTC from a long perspective, I'll absolutely take it. but it just there hasn't been anything like that. The last time there was something like that was this, and this wasn't large enough for me to go ahead and take. Now, in this scenario, I was looking for something like this. If something like this were to happen, I definitely would have taken that trade, but we just didn't get it. So I'm not saying that we're gonna be trying to short every single top, but if the opportunity does come, I will take a hedge long just in case. But I personally, this is just my personal bias. I really have a hard time comprehending thinking that this is gonna be a bull run. I honestly think we might test 48K, but I need to see a larger correction. I'm not saying that we can go ahead and put in new lows. We absolutely can. I'm not looking forward. I'm not saying that that's the ultimate goal of mine. I just need to see something like this. I need to see something like this at the very least. Once I see something like this, I'm going to start to get a little bit more bullish. Now, if price continues down, then we can start looking at the previous low as a pivot, right? But right now, we're just not there yet. I need to see something like this happen. I heard rumor Powell speaks Friday, so no trade day. Yes, Joe, if that is the case, I haven't looked into it. If that is the case, Friday's a no trade day. Honestly, I hope a recession comes and dumps the market. I still got some cash thrown in the market, but won't FOMO in. Exactly. It'd be a good DCA point. This is not the bull run, never was. This is a retest of 42 to 50K before flash crash. This was always the case. Exactly, Zero. I've been saying this ever since we've been like, I haven't been saying that we're in a bull run. I just didn't know where we're gonna top out. But I've been on the side that this has been a retesting market since probably March, May, somewhere around there. I'm just not convinced. I am not convinced. This economy needs a reset. Exactly. Especially, I mentioned this before. If the SPY, the SPY is getting close to its previous all-time high. If we go ahead and tap that and only put in a slightly higher high and we don't exponentially run to the upside, I have a hard time believing that this isn't a topping signal for a possible recession. You think this is the recession? No. All right, prime example, look at 2008. 2008 was just an ABC. Large run to the upside, a drastic separated pullback, an extension higher, boom, that's it. That's all we got. All right, if the same thing is the case now, do I think it's going to be to the same degree? What was this? 57%. I'm curious to see what that would be on here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be putting in a 50% correction, but I definitely think we're going to test. We're going to break below 347. Now, if you want to go ahead and say that we're going to test 218, possibly, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not in a position. I don't sit here and try to predict where prices are going to go. The one thing I will say is that if this is going to be a longer term prediction on the SPY, if we do come up putting a new all-time high and we don't severely pump past through this resistance, I'm on the case, or I'm on the side that this is the warning signs of a recession. And if that is going to be the case, I'm looking ultimately for 347. And if that breaks, I don't see why we don't test 217. Now, if we do test 217, then that's going to be around the 50% mark. Yeah. So it's definitely possible. Definitely possible. We are about to finish wave B, and wave C will go down to around 9K. Zero, if that's the case, I'm going to be buying all the way down. I can't say that that 7K won't happen, or 9K. Sorry, 9K won't happen. I'm just not in the market of predicting exactly where it's gonna go. Because technically, yes, we could go around 9K, but all we really need is a lower low past 15.5, and that's it. There's been too many cases where I've done this in the past where I've tried to get an idea where price is going to go, and sometimes prices never gets there. But I'm definitely on the same side. I definitely 100% agree. I wish. Let's see. Retirement portfolio up fat this year. Yeah, no, the S&P is doing really well. S&P will take highs, crash after. Exactly, Zero. I'm on the same page. Double bottom will be nice. I wish Great British Pound broke London first. It looks more promising. I was buying traditional markets from end of summer 22, the end of year, ready to buy again. Maybe GU entry. I'll take a look. We're close. Close on GU. Yo, Johnny, does your position sizer, does it make a trade sometimes and you gotta restart it on MT5? Yeah, most likely that's gonna be the case. You probably have to restart it. I haven't had any issues with it. Yes, totally agree. Anything below 15K is a buy for sure. Definitely Zero. Definitely. I'm just don't believe that we're in a position to be in a bull run right now. EU broke first. GBP looks more promising. What's your choice? It's whatever the weaker pair is. So technically, in this case, if GU were to put in that entry first, you would take the GU entry. Me personally, I'm probably gonna be sticking to EU, but just because I'm sticking to something doesn't mean that it's gonna work out. So you want to stick to the rules. The rule states that whatever breaks the BOS and holds the entry first, that's going to be the position you take. So I'll keep an eye on that. All right, don't mind me, guys. I'm just waiting on. All right, so right now we're currently under the breaker structure for the GU. If there is a scenario, if GU is a bigger position and let's say EU closes just below, I might just take EU just because it might be a better trade. That's just me though. That's what I've seen. Let's see. EU broke. Okay. Let's see. That would be the most beautiful ABC that we take. Kai would be proud of us. Yes, he definitely will be. That's gonna be a generational ABC. Generational. You only get those every 5 years. Not 5 years. I would say every like 3 or 4 years. You get one of those. So right now we're focusing on take a loan out for the ABC. Yeah, that's the type of position you take a second mortgage on a house to take. Not financial advice. That's just a joke. But if you told me, hey Johnny, I'm taking out a second mortgage to take this ABC, I would say hope you can make the payments because you're gonna be holding that for a while. All right, I gotta focus on this. Wow, we just tapped that and went right back up. All right, let's talk about yeah. You know what, Zero? I mean, I know you said 9K, but 9,800 is a good support. 81. That's like a good zone right there. Let's see. Take a loan out for that ABC. Taking loans out for crypto is how BlockFi went bankrupt. But didn't BlockFi also buy the top? They're not ABC traders like we are. I'm in a property, think of selling some and putting that into a particular ABC. But it has to happen not earlier than September next year. Can't you just refinance? Or no? I'm not saying you should, but like you gotta look at it from a timeline perspective. All right, I have a perfect chart for this. Where is it? Where is it? All right, so just to give you an idea of like what we could be looking at. So the halving is coming up around May of next year, possibly earlier. I have to double check because sometimes this changes. Let me check. Okay, now it's getting pushed back to April. Did I lock this? I didn't lock it. Let's just say like middle of April, just to be safe. All right, so the halving is going to be about around the middle of April, somewhere around there. From there, you usually have about 6 to 8 months. $222 days. About 8 months. If it's going to be a repeat like the last one. Let me just double check. Yeah. Let's say 8 to 10 months just to be safe. This one was a lot sooner. About 3 months. So on average, let's say like 8 months, 7, 8 months, just to be safe. you get about 7-8 months after the halving before prices should be starting a bull run. All right. Yeah. It's about 9 months. 8-9 months. Let's just be safe. Checking one other thing. All right, so the lows play out a little bit differently, but just to give you like a kind of a timeline, I do not like this. Yeah. Just to give you a little bit of a timeline. So just to put it in perspective, I would say definitely by the end of 2024 is when we're probably going to be starting the actual break of the high and continue to push to the upside. That's only if this is an ABC. Or this is, even if it's not a lower low situation, even if it's an A to a B to a C, that's what I'm expecting. If prices reach new all-time highs before that, this goes out the window. Because it's a behavior, it's something that's different than all the other previous cycles. We have never gotten an all-time high, a new all-time high before the halvening. All right, it's always been post-halvening. So if we get an all-time high before the halvening, things could be different. That's all I'm going to say. Not in Lithuania? Oh, okay, I got you. Has anyone done back testing how often winning fandom trades run past 2 to 1? It sort of seems like it's winning trades often 3 to 1, 4 to 1, etc. EU breaking? Not yet. EU still got the same breaker structure. Let's see. I haven't tried. I believe someone has been checking a 3 to 1, but I don't think a 3 to 1's only. I'm trying to think of how they would enter. They're using a fair value gap. So basically, they're waiting for a pullback. It's very similar to the pullback entry system we're using. So instead of a fib or like a strict 50%, they're going based off a pullback, and they're using a 3 to 1 risk to reward ratio. All right, so it looks like EU's the new one. Let me just get my entry ready. Remember, guys, I'm only gonna be risking like $100 a trade. So if I lose $200, I'm done. The goal is to hopefully make a little bit more. Let's see. Overall, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Josh, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you as well. Johnny, can you explain when we don't trade? I live in India, so the timing of red folder is really confusing. So basically, when we don't trade. So, all right. So let me show you the parameters. Let's see what happens with this candle first. Niraj, I promise I'll answer that. I don't want to miss this entry. So I promise I have that. I have Forex Factory pulled up and we'll go over that next. Did you test your pullback method? Yes, overall I did. So the pullback method basically resulted in, I'll show you the comparison. Where is it? Okay, so here's what I did when I was comparing. All right. So first, what is happening? Up. Why is my Discord audio going through? Shouldn't be doing that. Oh, maybe that's why. All right, so let me... Oh, hold on. Please hold. So I'll read it to you, and then I'll explain. I'll show you the chart. So basically, we took about let's see, 110 trades with the new entry method versus the old entry method, or the original entry method, is 160. So we're taking about 40% less than the original method. Is my math right on that? Oh. All right, 30 seconds left. Hold on. Let me short TP, not TP, but 15 seconds. Ow. All right, we're in. All right, sorry for the ear piercing notification. All right, so basically it resulted in less trades. There's a 30%. I believe my math is 31% less. So we entered 30% less of trades with a lower win rate, but we had a less R. So here's the original entry method: 83 wins, 73 losses, 7 break even, 160 total. Versus this. I'm not really too focused on. I know you guys can see there's 7 break evens, and I erased it on this one. What I'm focused on primarily is the R. So you can see it's pretty close, but a 16 R difference. You know, if you're using 1%, 16%, 8% if you're using 0.5, you guys can figure out the math on that. But overall, it resulted in less profit. Even though it was a higher R&R, your entries didn't make up for it. What's your entry? I believe. So I got in at 109,711. Oh, you know what? I should probably trade on my 25K account. So yeah, overall, it resulted in less entries, even though it's an R&R, a higher R&R. It's just about the same. Pray for me, I accidentally entered GVP. Joe, you'd be surprised. That happens a lot more than you think. I've done that so many times. So misinput. And now we just wait. We just wait. Okay, so Niraj, let me know if you're still in chat. I'm gonna explain the entry days. Is Prathesh in here by any chance? It seems to see some progress with this strat. I almost lost faith. It's tough, Joe. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, understanding probabilities, statistics, and understanding the longer term picture, you know, drawdowns, bad weeks, bad months is not going to stop me. Okay, Niraj, you're still here. All right, so let me go over how I identified non-trading days. So first things first. Any 8:30 red folder news. So how you do this is you go to the top right here. All right. You go click, you filter by red folder only. All right. Leave all this on and go USD, Great British Pound, Euro, and apply filter. Then it'll kind of filter out everything you're going to need to see. Anything 8:30 red folder is considered no trade day. Now, today we have 10 a.m. red folder. So I'm not sure what the time difference is between here and there, but just whatever time pops up for 8:30 and it's something USD related, no trade day. Same thing, 8:30 unemployment claims core, PCE, price index, news, no trade day. Friday, another thing too, if you see Jerome Powell's anywhere pop up on this list here, no trade day. Even though it's at 11 a.m., no trade day. US holidays, so anything US bank holiday, that's a gray folder. No trade day. FOMC, no trade day. If there's a cluster, if there's a lot of like red folder news on Euro and Great British Pound, kind of like this, no trade day. But a lot of the times, not a lot of the times, but most, I feel like every time I see, not every time, a lot of times when I see a bunch of clusters of Euro news and Great British Pound news, there's most likely a 8:30 red folder US, some sort of news pops up on that day as well. But yeah, that's pretty much all you look for. You see Monday and nothing, Tuesday 10 a.m. red folder, that's fine. That's basically all you're looking for. Is you go on forexfactory.com, Look at the filters. Ideally, you want to have something, you want to trade with nothing, but like stuff like this is not going to stop. That's a trade day. And that's it. So next week, Monday, Tuesday. Click on the time and change it to EST. Where can you do that? Oh, there you go. Okay, so Niraj, if you click on the top of this page on Forex Factory, set it to GMT -5. So that'll give you the best. That'll tell you what to look for. Got it, Johnny. Found it, Grant. Okay, cool. Yeah, but Niraj, that's what I do every week. Just check this. How's your account doing? We're doing good. So at the moment, did I close it? I'll give you a quick little sneak peek. So at the moment, the account is sitting at $1,700 in profit. I am still trading it. I'm only using like $100 risk. So if this hits, I'm going to be up around... Oh, you can't see it. Wait, can you see it? There you go. So if this position hits, I'm going to be walking away with $1,900. So I'm only going to be risking $200 max. So if this trade loses and another trade loses, I'm done till December. Unfortunately, I can't trade or I can't take profit until next month. So we're going to be sitting at least $1,500. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, possibly more. That's the goal, hopefully. But yeah, that's how we're doing so far overall. Well, good Christmas present to yourself. We'll see, Grant. We'll see. I could go out and buy something, but it's probably going to end up just going back towards bills or some shit. So it's not going to be too exciting. Usually my most expensive time of the year, gifts and travel. Exactly. Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're doing good. We're killing it. We were in a lot of drawdown for a while. But now that we got the account back up, hopefully, you know, I am going to get this payout. Just a matter of, is it going to be 1,500? Is it going to be more? So we'll see. Does anyone want to put in 0.1 risk if we do the Johnny retracement? You can try if you want. But for real, nobody has back tested landing the winner's ride. Not yet. Not that I have seen, Joe. If anybody has seen it, please let me know. Joe, if you wanna volunteer for that, maybe I will. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that too much. But basically, you would go about it the same way. You would just go to what I did for the testing the pullback method. Is I went back to the charts, or not chart. I went back to the. I went back to this, and basically all I did was went back to February, and I just, I went to every single winning trade, and I basically tested the retracement. So you can do the same thing. You can go back to every single winning trade and drag it out. Does it go to 2.5? Does it go to 3? Does it go to 4? So that's basically how I would handle this. And so you're not sitting there chasing every single trade. It's going to be a lot quicker if you just filter it out by going through and checking the winning positions. I'm going to have to. If we're averaging up an extra 0.25 on the table, that adds up. No, I believe. I agree. I'll maybe if I got nothing going on the rest of this week, Joe, I'll take a look at it. It should only take me maybe a couple hours to do so. So if I have time this week, Joe, I'll buckle down and I'll give it a shot. Let's see. What if we risk 1% of the original Phantom model and add 0.5% on the Johnny Retrace? You could. That's just too much risk for me overall. If anything, I would do half and half. So I would do, like, if you are going to do that, just be careful. Check the rules, because some prop firms are weird and don't allow you to scale in entries. Just double check, make sure you can scale in entries if you can. If you got the green light to do so, I would risk 0.5 here and maybe 0.5 up here. But for me, I just don't like I don't like risking more than 0.5%. For challenge accounts, maybe. But I just don't like risking more than 0.5%. Like in this case scenario. So the way you measure the retracement is you go from the entry, not the wick. Maybe the wick might be a little bit more, you might have a better chance of getting entered, but I go based off of the entry. Do you wait up for the candle body close below the BOS, pull from that candle body close to the top wick and in 50% of that. So you could. I know I can't draw a diamond to save my life, but I've heard of those, but I don't use them. Today, GU had a good retracement win. It did. I did notice that. But like I said, guys, market structure does change. Well, hold on. Let's see if you would have even gotten it. Let me just confirm. You wouldn't have gotten it. There's your break of structure. Your entries on this candle. All right, candle body close to the stop loss. You wouldn't have gotten it. Now, if you pulled from the wick, I don't pull from the wick. I pull from the candle body close. So if you pull from the wick, yes, you probably would have gotten it. Something else I've been thinking about too is it instead of a fixed 2-to-1 or 3-to-1, in this case, like for this example, this is a good area of support. So is this one. So using TPs or using fixed TPs on certain support resistances, that can help in some situations, but that can also hurt you. Sometimes supports or resistances might be smaller than the 2-to-1. So I'm telling the guys, like on a larger time frame, I might just mess around. They have live streaming shows for traders? That's interesting. Does anybody actually watch this though? Oh, he's got 56 people. Wow. Oh, I know those are followers. Those are followers. Got 5 people watching. 5 people watching. I feel like who would watch this? I don't know. Gotta go, Johnny. Niraj, good seeing you. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. It's always good to see you. It's always good to see everyone here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, hanging out. I know I haven't been around that much, so I do appreciate you guys coming back. Do my best to be as consistent as I can be, but sometimes I can't be consistent that much. Sending wedge for both EU and GBP. Yes. Wow, it's just going for it, isn't it? Just looking for hopium, lol. No, I get it, Joe. Well, it looks like this is going to be a quick one. And Good night, everyone. That was fast. Couldn't do 3 wins in a row, damn. It's unfortunate. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I do want to talk some crypto because it's been a while. So let's just go over some stuff for BTC real quick. So remember, on the larger term perspective, I am not too bullish. So for me, if I see something like this pop up, maybe we come down, retest, come back up, put in one more high. If we get something like that, I will short. If we do break down back below this pivot, I'm going to be doing a spot short. So basically, I'm going to be selling. And from there, we can take a look at supports. Honestly, I think 19.5 is a good support. I don't see a reason why we're not going to go down and test that. So, the only thing I can say is if we hold above 24,760, then yeah. But if we break below 24,760, next stop is 19.5. Once that breaks, next stop is going to be around 15.5, which is that previous low. But that's pretty much it for BTC. Ethereum. Oh, would you look at that? Just by sheer luck. So Ethereum, same kind of scenario. Ultimately looking for a higher high. Now we are at that bearish pivot again. But you're not going to see me trying to get caught up in this. To me, this is a sell signal still. If we get above this ABC here, I definitely will be starting to sprinkle out a little bit. It depends. I would need to see, I'm almost the same scenario. If ETH is going to go to 35.88, BTC is probably going to test the all-time high. So that's, I'm not too confident in saying ETH is going to go up there. Definitely possible, but I'm definitely not that confident. Let's do... Sol's still up there. How's my KDA doing? Nothing. It's 61 cents still. I'm gonna be waiting for about 30 cents. That's still my buy-in point. Or if we cut at this point, if we come back below 40 cents, I'm gonna consider that an ABC versus taking the actual support setup. So that's going to be a much bigger potential DCA point for me. Let's see what else. LTC still up to no good. Still really hasn't done much. You do have a continuation set up, right, off of this ABC here within an ABC here. Just to make that simple. Let's see. XRP still in that same zone. Not too much going on. BCH still in that same area. Matic. Everything's still the same. All right. Let's do Wordle. All right, we're gonna do raise donut. Let's get them out of the way. Okay, there is an O over there. Oh, I was gonna say no shot. Slope. Oh, scope. There you go. Look at that. Speed run. All right. Pretty straightforward. I didn't realize, was I slouched over like this the whole time? Not in center of the screen? It's okay. I'm not the best streamer. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. DXY. Well, it looks like we're gonna keep going down on the DXY. We'll see. Of course, Europe puts in another ABC. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day. I'm not gonna be here for the rest of the week. I got stuff going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So when's the next trading day? I believe next Monday. Let me just make this easy. December 4th. Yeah, so next Monday I'll be around. So it looks like Monday, Tuesday as well for next week. I'm gonna most likely stream unless something comes up. I probably won't be here for London. We'll have to just wait and see. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys again. Joe, Niraj, overall, Grant. Let's see, Harold, Josh V, Zero, Sky Knight. Let's see, who else did I miss? Jack Black. Yeah, I don't see anyone else. I think I got everyone. But it's been a while. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate seeing all of you. It means a lot. And until next week, be good, be safe. If you guys have any questions, my DMs are always open. If you guys are in my Discord, you know where to find me. For those who don't know where to find me, check the links in the description below. My Discord is in there. Feel free to message me. You don't have to sign up for anything if you don't want to. You can sign up for my Discord group. I'm not going to sit here and force you guys. You're not going to get anything. You are going to get some extra stuff, but it's more of a convenience as well as information is all compacted into one area. So you also get access to a great community. Shout out to my community. You guys are all awesome. So yeah. Be good, be safe. All right. I'm just going to do the thing. I'm just going to do this. Bye-bye. No, that was too fast.